Hang on, people. Well, I'm a little on the fence on this. Legally justified. And the DA has already ruled this was justified shooting. Morally, I don't think I'd have shot her. She's crazy. I've dealt with crazy people. I fought with a dude who was trying to cut his own neck with a knife or a razor. Stop him from killing himself. I could have shot him. I could have said, oh, he came at me with a knife. I mean, cops just shoot too damn easy. This cop could have done other things, but let's look at this because everybody will be like, you're hating on the cop. I'm just saying. I think she calls the cop nigger, or she says, you're going to shoot me, nigger. And the cop happens to be black. Does that change anything? Absolutely not. I mean, I've been called nigger as a white guy. I've been called white honky. I've been called killing police, whatever. They'll call you anything. That should not matter when you use deadly force to kill somebody. Did it matter? I don't know. I don't think if it did matter, the guys would say anything. But I'm telling you, I don't think I'd have shot her. I don't even care if she was black and calling me a white honky. I still wouldn't have shot her. I just didn't think I'd need to. I think I could defend myself against her. But we'll see what you guys think.
Hey!
Are you religious? Are you religious? Please come on.
Hey! Get off the phone!
Okay. My problem with this is, does the cop... Let me play this through, because this was fairly short.
They're trying to slay me. I got their band here. And they're trying to slay me. On my... Look here. They've been after me.
Man, put those scissors down.
You're going to have to shoot me, nigga.
Put those scissors down.
No, you're not taking to shoot me. You're not taking to shoot me. You're going to have to shoot me. Please, mate, call 911.
Put those scissors down.
You hold the phone like
Hey, put those fucking scissors down.
You're going to have to shoot me.
Put those scissors down. Put those scissors down.
You. You're going to have to shoot me, nigga.
Hey, go back over there.
You're going to have to shoot and kill me. You're going to have to shoot and kill me. You ain't taking me, motherfucker, and saving me, bitch.
104 headquarters, 1033 the channel. Give me a supervisor over here. We got a white female. She has scissors.
You ain't calling.
So he goes 1033. I'm assuming that means clear the air. We got emergency in progress.
You ain't calling.
Hey, if you come over here, I will kill you.
Okay, kill.
So, everybody's initial response to this, oh, justified, 100%. Yeah, he had no other option. I disagree. He had a lot of options. When somebody comes at you with a knife, can you kill him legally? Yeah. You can claim I was in fear of my life. I'm not sure this cop was that scared. And I'll go over that. And what I really find interesting is a woman does a front flip when he shoots her. I don't know if you guys can tell that. But when he shoots her,
I will kill you.
She goes head first and does a complete rollover. I've never seen somebody do that to get shot.
Drop the scissors. Drop the scissors. Shots fired. Shots fired. White female on the ground. Still got scissors in her hands. Shots fired.
Okay, so the guy sounds pretty calm. He just shot her. In a minute, he's going to say please. He wasn't saying please before. He wasn't trying to talk her down before. He's only saying please now after he put 2 rounds in her and shot her. Well, Rick, she came at him with a knife. What did you want him to do? There's a lot of things he could have done. I'll talk about it here in a second.
Fired. Shots fired. Drop the scissors.
Signal 15.
Drop the scissors. Hey, back up. Everybody back up. Hey, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
So he's telling everybody to back up. He's pointing at this guy to tell him to get out. Does he really think she's a threat? I don't think he thinks she's a threat.
Hurry up. Go that way. Go that way. Ma'am, drop the scissors, please. Drop the scissors.
So now it's ma'am and it's please. Why wasn't it ma'am and please for? Why was he yelling at her before?
Ma'am, please. Drop him. Drop him.
Just hold what you got. We're out.
Now, first of all, she's already got 2 shots and she ain't moving. Do you really? He's saying drop the scissors. I mean, good grief, man. I just can't believe how cops refuse to walk up to people and go hands-on. Does he really think this woman's going to get up and stab him if he walks over and either stands on her arm with the scissors, puts his foot on the scissors, reaches down and grabs the scissors while he holds his hand on one gun and one hand on the scissors? Does he really think that she's going to just jump up and stab him? Is he really scared? I don't think so.
Perfect, right.
Take order to get the fire department around en route.
Okay, so this is a different angle, and this is kind of interesting because I want you to notice what these people are doing out here. It's freaking crazy. The call was a woman was acting erratic behind the counter, I think. What was it? Let's see here. Video, district attorney, police officer, shot and killed a woman, so she died. He killed her. Good job, officer. Wow, you're really tough. You killed a woman who's obviously crazy and mentally ill with a pair of scissors because you're so scared, even though you have a bulletproof vest and you're twice her size. But man, you shot her because it was legal. Man, good job, Officer Patrick. Responded to a disturbance at La Quinta. Police say the hotel lobby, she had a pair of scissors and she refused to drop them when the officer told her to. She approached him aggressively. She did approach him aggressively. I give him that. DA said it's justified. Okay, so let's look at this. So the cop comes in, gun's not out, got a nice barrier. Now, had she jumped over this thing, stood up, and lunged at him and he shot her, I'd be much more okay. He's over here yelling at her. Who thinks these two people are scared? This guy's sitting here. This guy's picking up the freaking slippery sign. Who thinks these two people are scared? Who's the scaredest guy in the room? The guy with the bulletproof vest, a badge, a Batman belt, taser, pepper spray, gun, handcuffs. That's the scaredest guy in the room. That has to kill her. These two guys ain't killing her. Rick, she didn't run at them. What? They didn't start yelling at her and screaming at her and treating her like shit.
Please, God is.
Hey!
Are you religious? Are you religious? Please come on.
So this guy's putting on gloves. Is that the behavior of a scared guy? I get it, people. When he shot her, she was coming at him. I get it. Everybody's going to be like, it's justified. It's justified. People, there's other things you can do. I've had, I don't know how many people come at me with a weapon, and I've walked backwards. I've created distance till I couldn't create distance. I maintained a verbal dialogue, ordering them and trying not to shoot them, which is why I never shot anybody when I probably could have shot 50 to 100 people. I mean, it's just crazy on how these cops just think it's, I can shoot her. She had scissors. She came at me. I'm authorized. I'll just shoot him. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't think this woman needed to be shot. I mean, I don't care if she did have scissors. She wasn't coming at him, holding him like she wanted to stab him. She was being crazy. Probably could have been knocked out or kicked, or could have picked up a chair and hit her in the head with a chair. Probably could have pulled his taser and shot her when he was over the counter with a taser. Could have pepper sprayed her. I'm rarely a pepper spray guy. This is a perfect pepper spray scenario. No other cops around. Nobody else around. It's just her. Shoot her across the counter with pepper spray. Well, Rick, if she has a knife, you don't have to use pepper spray because it's deadly force, and you know that. Yeah, you don't have to, but you can. You don't have to shoot somebody with a knife. You can, but you don't have to. And just because you can doesn't mean you should. So I'm still on the fence, and I still say I would not have shot her.
Hey, get off the phone.
Still doesn't have his gun out. Being tough guy, got a barrier, has distance. He's moving toward her. He's not trying to keep it. He's not trying to clear these other people out now. He's too focused on ordering her around.
Only one copy. They're trying to snake me. I got their band here. And the winter, they're trying.
Who thinks this woman is crazy, on meds, on drugs, or something wrong with her? Does that mean you can't kill somebody that's crazy? No. But look at the size of this guy and the size of her. Rick, she has scissors. Yeah, I mean, look, you can focus on what you want, people. I'm just telling you, I don't think this woman needed to die.
Look here.
He's walking to her. He's not creating distance. He's not afraid of her. He's walking to her. He's decreasing his distance. Ricky was in fear of his life, and it says if you're in fear of your life, you can shoot him. Well, yeah, like I said, you can make up anything you want.
Man, put those scissors down.
Okay, he did say man put scissors down.
Put those scissors down.
She immediately goes off. Look, she's aggressive. She's crazy. You're going to have to shoot me. This is suicide by cops. She wants to get shot. Why don't you wait for some other people? If you had 2 or 3 cops there, somebody could go non-lethal and you could be backup for lethal. Why not wait and get other people? Somebody could come in. I would have walked in there if she was doing this. I'd say, dude, keep your gun on her. I'm going to grab this chair. And I would have either thrown the chair or I'd have walked around with 4 chair legs in front of me and pinned her against the damn wall or poked her in the eye or the head with the chair leg. I mean, it's not rocket science. She's a little female. And, I mean, I just wouldn't be scared enough to shoot her and go, oh, I was so scared of my life. I had no other option. And I killed her because I could. Because I know it'll be justified. Because killing citizens now has somehow become just okay and cool.
You're not taking to shoot me. You're not taking to shoot me. You're going to have to shoot me. Please, no, call 911.
Put those scissors down.
You hold the phone like
Hey.
Okay, she walks toward him and he draws his gun. I'm okay with that. Does he back away?
Put those.
No, he doesn't. But Rick, it's a stand your ground state and he doesn't have to back away. You're right. He doesn't have to. But he can. It's called choices. It's called creating distance. It's called giving yourself more time. It's called buying time so you don't have to. I mean, I think people now would think, oh, she's got a knife behind the counter. Call in SWAT team, get a guy across the street in the building and put a bullet in her head. Because she's got a gun and she's got a knife and she could stab somebody. So we'll just sit across the street with a sniper rifle and put a bullet in her head. And it would be justified. Really? He's got a barrier. He didn't back up. He's not scared of her.
Fucking scissors down.
you better have to shoot me.
Put those scissors down.
Did he back up? No. Ricky doesn't have to back up. I get it, people.
Put those scissors.
Can he back up? Yes, he can. Are these guys leaving? No, they've got distance. Are they worried? No. Do they have a gun and a bulletproof vest? No. Do they know that people are coming to help them? No. Why aren't they running, Rick? Well, Rick, you're just picking on him because he's a cop and you don't like cops. Come on, people. Use your damn head.
Down.
You better have to shoot me, nigga.
Look how small she is. She's a little woman.
Hey, go back over there.
You better have to
So he's so scared of her, he's got his gun out, and now he's talking to this guy. Go back over there.
shoot and kill me. You better have to shoot and kill me. You ain't taking me, motherfucker, and saving me, bitch.
This guy's walking this way. This guy ain't got up the whole time. He don't even get up after the shooting. He just stay. I don't know what the hell is in this guy's head. If a cop pulls a gun, people, you need to create distance to get the hell out of there. Ain't no telling what this guy, he may shoot her, spin around and just shoot everybody in there and say, I thought they were attacking me, and kill them all and it'll be justified. I mean, it's just crazy what cops do nowadays.
104 headquarters, 1033 the channel. Give me a supervisor over here.
Call back up.
We got a white female. She has scissors.
You ain't calling.
Is this guy nervous? Is he leaving? Nope. She's focused on him because he's focused on her.
You ain't calling.
Hey, if you come over here, I will kill you.
Did you see him move forward? That's a problem for me. That's not fear. That is inconsistent with I'm in fear of my life. Most people in fear move backwards. He moved forward, people.
You ain't calling.
Hey, if you come over here, I will kill you.
Okay, kill him.
So now he took a step backwards. This guy still ain't moved. Are you kidding me? He's still sitting there. La 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 la. Hey, my donut's cold. Who's gonna freaking heat this up? I mean, I don't get people. These people are just hanging around when this happens. I was pointing out other things. I don't know if you saw her forward flip. I've never seen somebody get shot go down.
Drop the scissors. Drop the scissors. Shots fired. Shots fired.
This guy's standing here. This guy's sitting here. It's like, damn, my coffee's getting cold. I want to go get another cup, but I don't want to miss nothing. Wow.
White female on the ground. Still got scissors in her hands. Shots fired. Shots fired. Drop the scissors.
Signal 15.
Drop.
This guy's walking around like nothing happened. He's like, damn, I'm on cleanup. I just mopped that floor. I had that sign that said wet thing. Now I got to reclean the damn floor. This guy's just pissed off. He's got to reclean the floor.
The scissors. Hey, back up. Everybody back up. Hey, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Hurry up.
He had to be told to get out. Are you kidding me? He's probably too damn scared to move, thinking he's going to get shot next.
Go that way. Go that way.
All right, look, people. It's easy to say this is justified and no problem, and this is a good shoot. I don't think it's a good shoot because morally, I think the cop could have done more not to shoot. And he could have done more not to shoot without putting himself in more jeopardy. He could have created distance. He could have put something behind him. He could have grabbed a chair. He could have pepper sprayed when she was across the counter. He could have waited. He could have backed down and let her talk on the phone till he had more people there. There were several other options. In my mind, deadly force is the last option when you have no other choice or you're forced to do it in such a speed and urgency that making other choices, you just don't have time. This guy had time, he had barriers, and he had a lot of room to move. I think he could have had he backed up instead of going forward all the way to this wall and she kept coming, I'd be much more okay with this shoot. Still think he probably could have walked down a hallway and even created more. I mean, if she's threatening you and not threatening anybody else, okay, I can walk backwards, you can walk forward. As long as I keep enough feet. Well, Rick, you said 21 feet. She's a little woman. She's not that fast. 21 feet doesn't count when you've already got your gun out and pointed at him. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I do not feel good with this shoot. And I know there's going to be people saying, you know, what do you want, man? A guy had a knife, she ran at him. What do you want to shoot somebody? I want it to be a last resort. I want it to be cops saying, I'm going to do everything I can so I don't have to kill somebody. I don't want to have to be shooting pesky citizens just because I can. That's what I think is right. But, you know, you can argue it out in comments. We'll not there.